A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Right out of the gates, here's Smith. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. What a career he continues to have. That catch is number 815. That ties him with Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe.
And just think about this. The only people ahead of him at the tight end position in catches, Antonio Gates, Jason Witten, and Tony Gonzalez. You catch 815 passes as a tight end in the NFL, call your tailor and get measured for the gold jacket.
The leading rusher among rookies a season ago. Here's Kenneth Walker. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
Check 59, check 59, cover.
Back to Walker on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, this, of course, is an intriguing Week 1 opener. On one sideline, you've got Josh McDaniels, Raiders head coach. But remember, back in Denver, where he was the head man in 2009 and 2010 as well. And on the other sideline, Sean Payton making his debut as head coach of the Broncos.
Two established coaches. Both of them made their bones on the offensive side of the ball. And Sean Payton won a Super Bowl as the head coach of the Saints. This is going to be fun to see them match wins.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Smith going to move him around. Now Geno on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 4. Motion man left, Peoples-Jones.
13 next.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Check 58.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
No ball, no ball. 53, 53.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
And his kick is indeed good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
KaVontae Turpin now from his end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Now Allen. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He completes it to Beckham. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Odell Beckham, 37 yards.
And the Raiders have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
Extra point good by Prater. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Raiders 7, Broncos 3. Matt Prater set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction.
And that's caught inside the 35. He's on his way. Touchdown, Broncos.
Darius Davis.
His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Broncos are once again back in front.
One play,
80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. 10-7 our score after one right here. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. On second down, here's Pierce. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite third and long on the horizon. Allen. And that is incomplete.
Well, that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Returnable here for Davis. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's second and 10.
Middle. Catch left. 49, flip it off, 49.
Now Gino. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. 23 yards to pick up there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Smith. No hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Great catch and 1st down by Kelsey, who somehow continues to improve. 10 seasons and 7 All-Pro nods in. At this point, we've moved past just calling him a future Hall of Famer. Now we need to just start saying he's one of the greatest to ever play the position.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, three on left. Look.
On the counter, it's Walker.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Getting to the ball that time was Jeremy Chin.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Indy. Tuesday. Hold. There we go.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Smith now to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his 1st career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd one.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1. Allen going to change this at the line.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Allen Robinson, 26 yards.
And the Raiders have moved out in front.
Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And that will set him up in excellent shape. First and goal at the 9-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Odell Beckham, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Prater on to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Raiders 21, Broncos 10.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Out of the gun, Smith.
He completes this to Walker.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Geno. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. The Broncos in their hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly.
At the 39-yard line.
To throw on second down is Smith. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. In motion goes the tight end.
13X. 13X. 13X.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. On first down, Allen. It's caught by OBJ. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. On play action, Allen. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Down the left sideline. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
After the interception, here's Smith. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, here's Smith. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Oz. Check 58. 53.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And his kick here is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Regular. 56.
Allen now looks to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Broncos are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Here's Walker to start the drive. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando,
so both
here's
these coaching
Jonathan
staffs
Coachman
likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
There's the stiff arm. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 67 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On play action, Allen. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. He's got it at the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Christian Watson, 56 yards. And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a 3-possession game.
Middle. Catch left.
Here's Smith now on second down. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. Room to maneuver at the 35. Touchdown! Kenneth Walker, 65 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And now Smith going to change the play. Extra point right down the middle. And this is back to an 8-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now we'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Christian Watson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Prater on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Broncos 20. Matt Prater set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last...
There he goes, right side. Finding room at midfield. Now he's loose at the 40, and he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now. 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Flushed out right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Strike, strike. No ball, no ball. Hey, on turbo, on turbo.
The play clock getting low, so Sean Payton says let's take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Second and 10 now, third quarter action in Denver.
Throwing is Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up third and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
So now third and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Tuesday.
Again, Smith.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And sevens and probably even eights. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
To the air, Allen. Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
And the Raiders first down.
Tight. Stop.
Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
From the 33, here's second and 6.
Regular.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Open man, that's Gesicki down the field. He may go. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. 59 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. And the Broncos are going to get the football back at their own 17. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
On 1st down, it's Smith. Going deep for Walker. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's the clip. Hey, alert!
On 2nd and 10, Smith. Finding Walker, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Raiders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
94 yards rushing for him now to this point. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 4. They go again with Pierce. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
56. Middle.
From midfield, here's Allen. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Pierce gets this one running right. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider 1st.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower. That front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Allen off the play fake. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
At the Broncos' 29-yard line.
Oh, and now some trickery. They fake the spike. Flush to his right. But it's not going to work. He'll go down. They got him. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
This is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Christian Watson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that will make this a 19-point game.
42, Broncos 23. Matt Prater set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Check 58.
Smith throwing again. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Broncos. Ken Walker, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Broncos are right back in this football game.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Geno now to throw. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Middle. Jack's left. 49, flip her off, 49. Flip her off, 49.
Now Smith. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. In motion left goes Jones. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They snap it to Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the right side, open is Gesicki. Touchdown! Mike Gesicki, 34 yards. And the Raiders have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Now Prater to add the PAT. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
The score, Raiders 49, Broncos 30. Matt Prater set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
No ball, no ball. Hey, trio left.
Smith on first down. This one caught by Davis. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Add this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Tuesday. Hold on. Hey, it's a clip.
Now Geno on first down. That'll be caught by Parker. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
That's another Broncos.
From the red zone now, Smith. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing on third down, Smith. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones, because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection. Ryan to Jones there.
Check 59, cover.
Desperation time for Smith on fourth down. Forced out to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raiders are going to win the football game. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less. As they and a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him.
Ready? Hey, go flip her up. Flip her up. Here goes up.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
13 next.
Throwing now is Geno. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One last throw here for Smith. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not